What's up, guys? My name's Aaron Bailey, owner of Fitness by Design Personal Training in Nashua, New Hampshire. I'm going to be going through a tier list today of all these workouts you see on the screen. S tier is the best, D tier is the worst. Let's get started. So this first one here looks like a barbell bicep curl. So because it's only one muscle group, the biceps, I'm going to go B tier. I really like bicep curls, but if we're talking about functional training and stuff that a client should definitely do, I would say it's probably B tier. It's really good to do, but not the best. Let's see. Bench press, I would go A tier because there's better ways to do chest workouts. I don't know if it's further down here. I'm not going to look too much, but like dumbbell presses for chest would be way better. And I don't know if I'll look if there's incline later, but if there's incline, I would say that's better. Barbell bent over rows, I'll go A tier because if there's not another back workout in here, if there is, I might move that one down lower. I don't love barbell bent over rows, but you do need a back exercise like this. So let's see. I'm assuming this next one's deadlift. In all honesty, I'm going to say deadlift is S tier because it engages the most muscles all at once. You got your, quads, hamstrings, calves, your low back, your mid back, your traps, and you're probably you're engaging your core at the top of the movement. So I would say barbell deadlifts are really good. Now dips, I'm going to go, B tier. It does engage more muscles than the barbell bicep curls, but the fact that the general public can't really do dips like this, I brought it down kind of lower here, but it does engage more muscles than the barbell bicep curl, but that's my reasoning there. All right, shoulder presses. So, I'll go A tier on this because in a workout routine, I definitely think you need shoulder presses. It's more of a compound movement than, say, dips or barbell bicep curls. And then also, like I said before, deadlifts are like the most compound that I've seen so far. Let's see. A machine squat or a machine leg press. I don't know if there's going to be another one. I don't want to look too much again. I want to say B tier because if you got squats on the list, I would say you don't really need to do a leg press. It's just nice for like a finisher, if anything. All right, incline press. In all honesty, if we're talking, if say bench press is on A tier, I would say incline dumbbell press is going to be better. It's going to be S tier because it's more of a functional movement. One of the things I like to talk about with incline presses is for people that as you get older, you go to put away dishes, and that's one thing that older people might have trouble with, might bother their shoulder. So when you're putting dishes away up like this, a lot of trainers think it's shoulder presses. But if it was shoulder presses, you'd be leaned forward up like this, where in reality you're pushing up and forward. So I think that creates a functional movement, and it helps build the chest as well. All right, lat pull down. That's going to be A tier as well. So I like, lat pull downs because it is like a pull up, but anybody can do it. You need an exercise to engage the lats. Now, I wouldn't put it S tier because, you can hit lats with deadlifts, and more people can do deadlifts. If you strengthen it up slowly, then people could do pull-ups or, need to be doing pull-ups because the deadlifts will engage lats as well. Leg extensions, I would also put that B tier. It's something that's, not necessarily needed if you're doing squats, but it is a good complementary exercise if you've already hit everything else, and you can target your quads on this one. Standing calves, same thing. Because I don't want to put it A tier because you get it in other movements, like, even in deadlifts, you're going to hit the calves and everything like that. So this is like, a movement that I don't even generally do calves that much. Like I run or when I do deadlifts, I hit enough calves. So, I mean, I almost want to put it C tier in a way because it's not super needed. I mean, you can do balance exercises that are better for functional calf movements. Now, if you're looking to build your calf muscle, then yeah, that'd be a good idea, but S tier for me. Machine crunches, D tier. Like, I never do machine ab workouts at all. Like, any type of machine ab workout, you could do just the same thing, but like crunches on the ground and just go slower and engage your core more. You don't really need to be doing machine core exercises at all. Now, I don't know what to call this, but this hamstring movement, I'm going to say C tier because the times I've done it, it destroys my hamstrings and I love it, but I don't do it that much because it's kind of obnoxious to set up, and again, not many of the general public can do it. Let's see. Machine chest flies. I'd put it B because if available, I do like this movement better than dumbbells, but I don't know. I don't really do or recommend fly. I mean, I do flies with some clients, but the thing is, if you're getting a press in, sometimes flies bother people's shoulders. So I would say B tier. All right, reverse. So rear delts on the same machine, I'd say S tier because a lot of people need to work on their posture. And one thing to work on your posture is opening up your chest and engaging those mid traps and behind the shoulder blade. So that's an S tier for movements that are functional. All right, pull-ups. Now this is one of those things, if you can do them, that's the thing. S tier if you can do them, but because not a lot of people can do them, I'd say A tier. I try to get a lot of my clients to do it, but some of them are like band loaded or things like that. So pull-ups are a difficult exercise. So if I was going to do it with clients, it's something I want to get to, but something like the lat pull down would be more functional or more useful at first. So I actually might go B tier because of that, but I do really like pull-ups. All right, push-ups. So I'm going to say A tier. Now, push-ups are great because you're going to get your core, you're going to get your chest, everything like that. The one thing is, again, not a lot of people can do it. You can do modified push-ups on a Smith machine or, a step. So they are really good, but something like the incline press, anybody can do it pretty much. A push-up, not everybody can do it. Cable rows. So if we were going to debate between which one I feel is better, both of these, I would say the cable is better because you get more resistance on your back with a cable. In all honesty, if we had the single arm dumbbell row on this, I would say that's better than both of these. But if I was to choose one, I'd actually move this one down to B tier because the cable rows are better. And the only thing is sometimes I feel this one in my back, my lower back later, but yeah, so I would say the cable rows before the barbell rows. Plated calf machine, again, C tier. I like it. I do it with some of my clients, but I think you can get a decent amount of calf activation with a lot of other exercises. The hamstring curl machine, I'd put it on the same level as the leg extensions because you can also hit this with a bunch of different styles of deadlifts. And also, I like this one has more activation, but this one's harder to do. So I just put it right next to the leg extensions. All right, shoulder press machine. Man, I'd put this like D tier. Especially with the shoulders, you want good range of motion. And a lot of people have, painful shoulders or shoulders that should not be moved in such a rigid way, where really dumbbell shoulder presses is probably the best because you get free movement. Oh yeah, good. I put it up here. But barbell press, oh, that's what's next. That would be, I would say, B tier. But yeah, I don't really think you should be doing machine shoulder presses unless you're bored and your shoulders don't hurt. Go ahead, but it's not something I recommend. Lateral raises. So I really like lateral raises and front raises. So as long as you do them light enough, I would say A tier because it helps build the shoulder stability, and it's one of those things, if you don't work your shoulders this way, you're moving your arms that way a lot to do stuff random in your house or like, gardening, and that can really, hurt your shoulders. So you want to constructively and slowly build up those deltoids, your shoulder muscles. And so again, if you do it with appropriate weight, I think that's a great exercise. All right, leg presses. So I'm going to put this in B tier and put this one C tier just because I never do this one, but the leg press I like a lot more quad engagement. And again, you don't have to go super heavy on this. A lot of people, including myself, when I started working out, I would load the leg press up with so many plates. You don't need to be doing that. If you just, activate the quads, the glutes, and the hamstrings really well, that's a great exercise. All right, the squats, S tier. I'd say squats are S tier because you engage a lot more stability muscles, stabilizer muscles, you hit your quads, and if you're doing it right, you're hitting your glutes and hamstrings as well. And when you stand up, you're going to be engaging your core as well. I think it's a great exercise. Bent over, machine, plate-loaded rows. I don't love this one. This is the same thing. Like, it's almost like I want to bring this one and this one down to the same thing. I don't really like these that much. If I was going to choose a row on this list, it would be the cable row. Again, I would like the bent over row more than any of these. And then tricep cable extensions. So what else do we have on the list for triceps? I don't think we have anything besides, push-ups. There was some, dips. See, I would say this is better than dips because it's something most people can do, and a lot of people want their arms to look good, and triceps are going to make the arms look good. So even though it's not super functional, I think it's a great way to build up tricep strength. So I want to see if there's any last minute changes I want to make. So, because what it looks like is if I was going to choose a workout program with all these workouts and 4 workouts, a deadlift, incline press, rear delts, and squat. I feel like there should be a rowing movement in that, but because there's no good row movement in this, I'm going to keep it the way it is. Let's see if there's anything on A tier. No, those are all A tier workouts. Again, the leg extension and leg curls, I love them, but because these are S tier, it makes it so that any leg exercise here is just not needed. Pull-ups are great. Lat pull-down is going to be a little bit better. Lat pull-down is close to S tier. Yeah, a lot of calf movements, no thanks. Some of these barbell, I do like the fact that you're standing up on these barbell rows or the machine, but again, I like the single arm movements better. And let's see. Yeah, exactly. No shoulder machine, no core machine. All right, so there's my tier list for the exercises here. If there's more exercises, this might be a little bit different, but this is my outcome for this. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for personal training, click the link below, message me, and we can get started. Thanks for your time. Bye.